Imagine being the most powerful ruler on earth. You have a massive kingdom, a powerful army, endless wealth, and people who obey your every command. You believe nobody can challenge you. But thousands of years ago, one pharaoh discovered that even the greatest empire is powerless when faced with the command of God. The Quran tells a story of a ruler who claimed absolute power and how his final moment became a sign remembered by generations. The Quran describes Pharaoh as a tyrannical ruler who oppressed the children of Israel. Allah says, "Indeed, Pharaoh exalted himself in the land and made its people into factions, oppressing a sector among them." Surah Al-Qasas 28.4. Pharaoh had authority, soldiers, and control over Egypt. But when Prophet Musa came with the message of worshipping one God, Pharaoh rejected him. Instead of accepting the truth, he questioned Musa and demanded proof. Allah gave Musa miracles, including the staff turning into a serpent and other signs, but Pharaoh continued in arrogance. He even made a shocking claim, "I am your Lord, the Most High." Surah An-Nazi. Eventually, Allah commanded Musa to leave with the children of Israel, but Pharaoh refused to let them go. He gathered his army and chased them. Behind them was Pharaoh's army, and in front of them was the sea. The people feared they were trapped. The Quran describes this moment. So when the two groups saw each other, the companions of Moses said, "Indeed, we are to be overtaken." Moses said, "No, indeed with me is my Lord. He will guide me." Surah Shu'ara. Then Allah commands Musa, "Strike the sea with your staff," and the sea split. The Quran says, "Then we inspired Moses, strike the sea with your staff," and it parted, and each portion was like a great towering mountain. Surah Ash-Shu'ara. Musa and believers crossed safely, but Pharaoh and his army followed them. When Pharaoh entered the part between the waters, the sea returned by the command of Allah. Pharaoh realized the reality too late. The Quran says, "And we took the children of Israel across the sea, and Pharaoh and his soldiers pursued them in aggression and hostility, until when drowning overtook him, he said, 'I believe that there is no deity except one, in whom the children of Israel believe.'" Surah Yunus. But the reply came, "Now, while you had disobeyed before and were of the corruptors." Surah Yunus. Then comes one of the most discussed verses in this story. Allah says, "So today we will save you in your body so that you may be a sign for those after you. And indeed, many among the people are heedless of our signs." Surah Yunus. The verse mentions that Pharaoh's body would remain as a sign for future generations. Ancient Egypt became famous for preserving the bodies of rulers through mummification. Egyptologists have discovered many royal mummies, including those from the New Kingdom period. One of the most famous discoveries were the royal mummy cache found in Egypt containing preserved remains of ancient Egyptian rulers. Some researchers and Muslim commentators have connected to Quranic words about Pharaoh's body being reserved with the discovery of ancient Egyptian mummies. However, historians debate the exact identity of the Pharaoh mentioned in the Quran. Some suggest rulers like Ramesses II or Meneptah, but there is no universally accepted historical proof identifying the exact Pharaoh. The story is not only about an ancient king, it is about a lesson. A man who believed he had ultimate power could not escape a single command from God. The Quran says, "So take warning, O people of vision." Surah Al-Hashr. Thousands of years later, the story of Pharaoh remains one of the most powerful examples of arrogance, downfall, and a reminder that no human being is above accountability. A king wanted history to remember his greatness, but history remembers his fall, because the greatest kingdoms disappears, but the lesson remains.